How's it going, guys? It's Rico here, back at it again. And I'm sorry I'm nervous. But I am with Scrubby for this podcast that I hyped up way too much on Twitter. Say hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, so basically, I'm just going to be doing this podcast with him, and I have a bunch of questions to ask him and stuff, and just topics to talk about. It's going to be fun, and this might not be the best podcast you've ever seen. It's my first time doing something like this and this crazy, and I just want to give a really big thank you to Scrubby for being on, and go check his stuff out. It's on screen. Um, so, Scrubby, I'm gonna start asking you questions and just answer however you want, and I'll
All right.
yeah, and I'll answer a couple of them. I'm like a couple of the questions I ask you if that's all right with you.
Yeah, of
Um,
course, of course.
all right. So one of the things I actually wanted to know from you is who inspired you to make content or make the type of content that you do now.
Well, honestly, when it comes to like inspirations on YouTube, I would say by far, and it's pretty obvious, like Leafy and Luna were huge inspirations to me. And
Yeah.
that's just because, I feel old saying this, but like 3, 4 years ago, I used to come home from school every day and like watch Leafy and watch Luna, Austin FFA, and like they just had a big impact on me. But beyond those two, I like Pyro videos. I like H3H3, a lot of old school guys. And then now, whenever I'm feeling uh, demoralized, I don't want to make videos, I go watch Memulus, I'm Alex, Benji, the whole new crew,
Yeah.
basically. But biggest inspirations by far are Leafy and Luna.
Yeah. That makes sense. But like, I started doing commentaries approximately a year ago. So at that time, my biggest inspiration was like Chubbs, I'm Alex, and like Atozi. Those are my three boys that I watched way too much and stuff. So
Yep. I love Atozi. And then Chubbs, I just happened to like, I just missed Chubbs. Like I was going to school, college, and just had a job and stuff, and like didn't have enough time to watch YouTube videos when Chubbs was uploading. And then by the time I came back to YouTube, Chubbs had stopped up.
yeah. So another thing I want to know from you is what is the craziest thing that YouTube has allowed you to do, or like who is the craziest person you've met and like most famous person you've met through YouTube?
Craziest thing it's allowed me to do, like the fact that I'm not at college right now. I'm trying to make this YouTube thing work full time is absolutely bonkers. Like
Yeah,
that's mind blowing because it's always been my dream. And then the biggest person I've ever met, oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I don't know who the biggest person I've ever met. I have some pretty cool follows on Twitter. Derv follows me on Twitter. That was funny just because he's such a meme.
yeah,
Um, and I don't know. I talked to Chubbs, Atozi. Meeting that's crazy. Like being friends with Atozi and I'm Alex and all those guys
yeah,
because I've looked up to them. You know, like I did.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy for me that I'm able to sit here and with 300 subscribers talk to somebody that has 300,000 subscribers. It's actually insane. Um,
Yeah.
so you kind of already answered this, but is YouTube your primary source of income?
I mean, I've got some other stuff on the side. I run other channels, but YouTube is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Scrubby's not, but YouTube is. Does that make sense?
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
uh, uh, Mine is not obviously, but I do make money off of commissions and stuff. But I actually just work at a flower shop and like a gift shop and
Oh,
stuff.
so you get all the ladies, huh? You just like pull the flowers out, be like, "Hey, yo, girl, let me get your number," huh?
Uh,
Does it work? How
kind
often
of.
does that work? Or have you ever done it?
No, but yeah, I'm my mom's favorite child because I get her flowers for Mother's Day, so and my brothers get
Yeah.
her a
Does
card.
does is that why you have the colored hair? So like you could grab different strands and be like, "This is what this flower looks like."
Yeah, pretty much. Who is your favorite YouTuber of all time?
Oh man, that's a hard question. Um, I don't know. I do not. That's a hard question. Honestly, I'm about to show how old I am.
Yeah,
Watching like sea nanners on Modern Warfare 2 in like
Yeah.
2009 is super nostalgic. My favorite YouTuber of all time, by far one of my biggest inspirations for YouTube, period. When you ask me what my inspirations are for the content I make, it's Leafy and Luna. But a guy that I just love and look up to a lot is I'm Not Magic. I bet you have no idea who that guy is.
Yeah, I don't know who that
He
guy
was like
is
a
at all.
storytime YouTuber from 2012 with like 40K subs.
Yeah.
But
Um,
every one of his videos.
yeah. Um, Mine is probably like you're one of my favorites. But my all-time favorite is probably Max Mofo because I've watched him for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And just I love his content. He is hilarious. Um, okay, so I've gotten like the generic questions down and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm gonna start to get into some kind of funnier questions and things like that.
All right.
Some kind of joking questions. They're not like meant to troll you or anything, but like, do
No,
you
you're
think
good.
Benji will ever upload regularly again?
Dude, I yell at that kid every day. I'm like, you need to make videos, and it pisses me off. I'm sorry, this is a
Yeah,
heated issue for me,
it's
but like,
fine.
he could easily be 3-4 million subs if he just fucking uploaded videos, dude. That's all he has to do. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
All he has to do is make videos, and he'd be huge, huge. But I don't know. Hopefully, but he's a lazy kid. He does not like to work.
yeah. For me,
I think he's one of the most talented people on the website.
yeah, I think he will at some point upload again, but like, um, school is a big problem for people. Like for me personally, school is kind of hard. Like I have tests, I have to study and all that, and I put that before YouTube. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I still am able to upload at least once a week. But like about a week ago, when I didn't have a proper editing app, I couldn't do anything like that because my editing app was being crappy and they had a bad update. I had troubles trying to make decent videos, and I didn't really want to upload for the sake of I try to make my videos so that even I can get a laugh at it. Like I try to make my videos so I enjoy watching my own videos kind of thing.
Hmm.
I wouldn't ever want to put a video out that I wouldn't enjoy to watch if I was someone else and kind
Yeah.
of thing. Um because like if I can't get a laugh at it, then how do you think anybody else would be able to get a laugh at it?
Well, what's funny about that mentality though is like my sense of humor is not what my videos are, right? So
Yeah.
like I'll watch my own videos and I don't laugh, but I know that like people will. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Like when I'll say something, I'm like, oh, I don't think that's funny, but like I know someone will, you
Yeah.
know?
I don't know. I feel as if my audience on YouTube act way too much like myself, because of the way I act. Like I don't know, it's weird for me. But we're kind of getting off topic of do you think Benji will ever regularly upload again?
I hope so. I hope
Yeah,
so. That's all I
yeah,
can
me
say.
too. I don't know if he'll ever watch this, but Benji, if you're watching this, Scrubby says upload more, and you've probably heard it millions of times. Um, okay, so I kind of wanted to ask you this, but do you have any like crazy stories like that you would want to share, or like I know you do story times on your channel and stuff,
Well,
but
see, that's the thing is like I gotta save them for videos.
yeah,
Can't
yeah.
like, I can't drop them like that. Let's crazy story. Hmm.
It doesn't have to be like so crazy, but like something that would get a couple people to laugh or something like that.
I got my dick stuck in a Gatorade bottle.
Uh, I have a question. Were you driving and trying to pee?
No,
Did
no. My friend came into school and he's like, "Yo, dude, I was pleasuring myself with the Gatorade bottle and it felt good." And I was like, "Oh, I'll try." And so I got to the point where you could pleasure yourself, and I tried to put it in the water bottle or the Gatorade bottle, whatever, same thing, and it wouldn't go in, right? Because like I guess my dick was bigger than the top of the Gatorade bottle. So
What?
I let it get soft, and then I put it in and started to like do the thing, and I swelled up and got stuck in the fucking Gatorade bottle.
That is fucked up. Holy. What the fuck? I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but what the hell, man? How old were you?
I was like 12.
Okay, that makes
So
more.
not the greatest. Yes.
What the fuck? I mean, when I was 8, I poured salt on a snail, and it shriveled up and made a sizzling noise. But what the fuck, man? Uh, holy shit. Um, now, so now you guys know that when Scrubby was 12, he put his dick in a Gatorade bottle. What the? I'm not
So
sure.
next time you're drinking Gatorade, just imagine my dick.
Oh, what the fuck? I can never drink Gatorade the same again.
Yep, you're welcome.
This isn't really a question, but it's something I kind of really want to say for the sake of it being funny to who you are. But I have a friend who has a pet raccoon.
Is it cute?
Yeah, it's really cute. It's adorable, and it's like trained and everything. It acts kind of like a dog, so it's awesome. And if you
So you
need
can
any,
pet it and stuff.
yeah, and it like sits on his shoulder and stuff. It's hilarious. And I guess if you need any stock footage of a raccoon doing something, hit me up because I could probably try to bum something off of my homie.
Will
Yeah.
do, dude.
But the way he like got this pet raccoon is kind of cool. This raccoon had a broken leg and like was like in a, I forget what it's called, a culvert, and he like saved it and stuff. It was like a smaller, younger raccoon, and it had a broken leg and probably wouldn't have survived if my homie wouldn't have brought it to the vet. So,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's just really cool for him. Okay, now I got some questions that are like just general questions, nothing to do with like YouTube or anything. But
Okay.
do you watch TV shows, and if so, what?
Not frequently. Trying to watch Ozark right now, but I don't necessarily like. It's good. I usually, if I am gonna get into a TV show, I binge watch it in like 2 days, and then I just don't watch anything from it. I'm not a consistent TV.
Yeah. Um, I was for the longest time watching Blue Exorcist. I binge watched it for like 3 days straight, and like didn't shower in these 3 days, didn't make any videos, completely ignored doing life, and just watched Blue Exorcist. And after I came out of my bedroom and like went outside, I felt like a vampire. It was horrible. But other
Because
than
you were
that,
just inside so long.
yeah. But I watch a lot of I watch a lot of cartoons. I don't necessarily like real life kind of uh with actors and like people in it, because I feel as if cartoons, they can do a lot more and they can over exaggerate things a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love watching cartoons. Um, I have a couple more questions about like things like that. Um, what are your favorite hobbies aside from YouTube?
Outside of YouTube, I like to ride BMX bikes and listen to music. That's really all I got, to be honest. I know that's kind of not enough, but that's what I'm really into. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. My other hobbies are like drawing and stuff like that. I'm a creative person, and that's kind of how I got into doing YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, I had a channel that I didn't really have much time to do because the videos would take a lot longer than they do now and stuff like that. But I would basically just draw pictures and teach people how to draw stuff. And yeah, that's one of my big hobbies. And
That's dope. Like, I'm really not a creative person when it comes to art and stuff. I know clearly I do YouTube and I can make up jokes, so like I'm somewhat creative,
Yeah.
but I can't draw to save my life. I'm like a terrible photographer. I'm not creative, and then somehow ended up doing this YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I actually like looked at like I saw you. I didn't really see you as kind of a person that would be into like BMXing and stuff. That's cool, homie. I was into it for a long time. Like I had a Diamondback bike. It was so nice, and it
Yep.
unfortunately got stolen. But now I'm into like old school bicycles and stuff. Like I love
Yeah.
like these just cruising bikes. I love those. Like they're so dope. I have one. It's really old. It's over 50 years old. It's really fucking cool. Um okay, I'm going to kind of
But yeah, I mean, bikes are just I like to just, plug in headphones and go. And like it's a good way to disconnect from YouTube because one thing about doing YouTube as a job is it's so stressful
yeah.
because like okay, so right now my views are down, right? And it
Mhm.
happens. You can't always have good months, right?
Yeah.
But like my views are down and I'm freaking out. Like I'm like, "Oh, my channel's dying."
Mhm.
By the way, do you think my channel's dying or do you think it's just it'll take a little bit to kick back up? Cuz
I
I'm
th-
stressed.
I think it will take a little bit to kick back up. That's just the way YouTube works right now.
I also yeah, I mean like school and all that stuff too doesn't help.
Yeah.
But you get the idea. Like it's just stressful. It's just stressful. But it's just nice to like forget that I'm a YouTuber for a little bit and like I can't look at how my videos are doing because I'm not home,
Yeah.
which is just nice.
I actually barely ever look at my YouTube analytics aside from just like the views I see on my YouTube channel, like how much views this video is getting, how much views this video is getting. Because I don't know. I would love like my all-time goal for YouTube is 10,000 subscribers. If I was to have 10,000 subscribers and just that, I would be like loving life and stuff. And I honestly wouldn't like I don't want to have too much subscribers to the point where one little thing that I do or say will get me in a lot of shit. But I kind of want
Yeah,
to
I
have
think that just depends on what you're. I think that depends on what you're famous for, though.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
like I think if I said some whatever like a bad joke, I don't think people would care. But like if PewDiePie says it, game over. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's just kind of my views on it. Yeah, sorry if you guys heard a little pause. I just had to make sure things were running smoothly. So I got a few more questions. This one actually has to do with YouTube. I must have thought of this not put in categories, but what are your goals on like your all-time goals on YouTube?
My all-time goal
Yeah,
is 3.5 million. That's an oddly specific number, I know, but 3.5 million all time. Hopefully,
yeah,
Uh, and I'm super grateful for where I am, but I want to do YouTube as a career. And like I've found through watching other people that like 3.5 million is where your channel really like doesn't die,
mm-hmm,
unless you're Leaf. Uh,
yeah.
but
Uh,
oops.
yeah. Oops. Um, for me, like as I said before, it was 10,000. I would like
Yep.
if once my channel hits 10,000, I am happy, I am grateful, and I will not like ask for any more. And like I'm trying to grind and grind and grind till I hit to 10,000, but I'd still be grateful for everything after that, of course. Like if
Yeah, of
if a
course. Well, and that's like the thing. I'm not ungrateful for 300,000. It's just
mhm,
like my goal is bigger, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, and it's kind of hard to explain. I hate it when like people only do YouTube for money. I hate it when people do that. I see it. Yeah, it will be a source of income for you if you use it as a source of income, that's fine. But you have to remember where you came from, respect your audience, kind of thing, and be grateful for
Yeah.
like
Well, and I think like a key example of that is like Rice Gum, dude. He's been
mhm,
losing subs this month because just didn't do that.
yeah. And like I hate it when people are disrespectful to their fans and stuff like that. Like I'm disrespectful to people who give me a reason for me to be disrespectful towards them. but even most of the time, then I treat everybody with respect. I try not to get in arguments with people. Like, for example, if I need to like vent to somebody about a problem that's going on, I expect them to vent towards me and kind of thing. I try
Yeah.
not I try not to be an inconvenience, like I'm trying not to be an inconvenience to you kind of thing.
Well, as a YouTuber, sometimes, like, especially when I have 318,000 subscribers, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, you don't care about your subscribers." I'm like, I can't. I do not have the time. I can't talk to everyone. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to,
yeah,
but I can't. Like I get tweeted at what 50, 60 times a day. I can't respond to everybody. That'd be impossible.
yeah,
I
yeah.
literally could not do that. And
And I
sometimes people are like, "Oh, you just don't care about us." I'm like, "I care about you. I don't know what you want me to
Yeah,
do.
you don't have the
I can't
time.
do that."
Yeah, I hate those people that think, oh, this YouTuber who has 300,000 other fans that didn't like one of my tweets, he's just gonna flatline me. Nah, I don't understand those people, because I 100% see where you're coming from, where like you don't have the time and stuff, and
Yeah.
at one
And it's
point.
not personal. Like I wish I could talk to everyone, but
Mhm.
I literally cannot respond to every message I. It's just impossible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not possible.
Honestly, I'm really, really like grateful that you responded to me and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. And like if you're listening and you want to know how to talk to me consistently, you have to consistently be like, "Hey," because I'll notice you after a while if I start to recognize, "Oh, this person's profile picture tweets at me all the time," you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
But
yeah,
if you're not trying to talk to me pretty often, I'm not gonna.
yeah, but I'm honestly thankful that like you responded to me and stuff, and we were able to work together. It's like actually fucking insane for me, and I don't know. It's an amazing feeling. I don't know if you were at one point like like smaller, very small, and had someone big like work with you. I I
Yeah, when I had to like 200 subs, Benji DM'd me and was like, "I love you," and you're like, "What?"
yeah, that
That's
must have
Benji, you know? Yeah,
yeah
like
that must have
that
been
was crazy.
amazing. All right. Okay, I want to try to figure out a good question, because I skipped a couple questions that through us talking were you kind of already answered, but oh well, oh yeah, I got one. What's your whole opinion on the Shane Dawson thing that was going on with him and the Paul brothers and stuff?
The Shane Dawson thing?
Yeah, like
The what? You cut out for a second.
yeah, the Shane Dawson thing with him and the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
Um, you know, I would say that content is content,
Yeah,
and huh.
I
I
don't.
don't know. I don't have an opinion. If you want me to be honest, I don't really care
Yeah,
about, like, if you want to make a video, make a video. If it's clickbait, it's clickbait. Who cares? But like a video is a video, you know?
yeah, yeah. I just thought I'd ask that because that's a somewhat trending topic right now. Um, all right, I got a couple more like meme questions, sort of.
Yeah, ask away.
Um, this one's kind of just. It's kind of funny of a question, but like, oh, fuck sakes. And it's really bad that I can hardly read my writing. But is there any YouTubers and stuff that you would like really like to make a video with or on or whatever?
Is there any YouTubers I'd like to work with?
Yes.
Ah, man, I'd love to work with like Leafy, but that's never gonna happen. He's not coming back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
everyone else outside of that I wanted to work with, I've worked with. I'd love to work with a PewDiePie or Shane Dawson, but that's never gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Just because PewDiePie I think is funny now, and Shane Dawson just has upped his game so much.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I actually, my dream person who I'd really, really want to work with is, or like, it's kind of a group of people. It would probably be either like you, Aiden, and Benji, or it would be like, the Loudmouths group.
Quite.
Yeah, quite and all those people. And like Kappa Kaiju and all those people, King Ani. I'm really big fans of their stuff. But at least like one of the people really wanted to work with actually happened, so I'm happy about that. So this is
I'm glad I could be of service, my friend.
Yeah, so I kind of skipped the question I was going to ask. I was going to ask you because I didn't want to because it was so funny. But do you think you are going to be the next coming of our God, our Lord, and our Savior? Leafy is here.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Nothing's for sure, but I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly hope so too. I actually like when I see people that make extremely good content. Like I started watching you when you had around 4,000 to 7,000 subscribers around there.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching you then, and I was like, I really hope this guy fucking blows up and stuff. I really do. And
You know, next banger video I get could probably do it, dude.
yeah, and
It's just gotta get a banger video.
You got to 300,000 within like 6 months. So
Yep.
yeah.
We'll see.
But like that's crazy. How some people could just blow up in that short amount of time. In my opinion, though, like blowing up is going from like gaining your channel within like 6 months approximately by over 200%. So if you have 100 subscribers, you'd get to 300 within like 6 months, which kind of happened to me, but it's a different scale. The bigger you are, if you have 10,000 and you get to 300,000, that's kind of starting to blow up, sort of thing. And
yep,
that's just what
so.
I
This is a question. You've been around the block for a couple years, right?
yeah.
Where do you think I could be in a year? Honestly, because I don't talk to many people that have like been around as long as you have.
I think you could be in good places if as long as you are committed to it and stuff. I'm very, very passionate about YouTube, but it's gotten me nowhere. But you have an audience. You have people that share your videos, watch your videos and stuff, and I think I could see you getting to at least 1 million within a year.
That'd be nuts. That's crazy to think about.
It would. And like my goal by the end of this year, because I hit like 100 almost kind of at the beginning of the year, so I said around then that my goal would be 1,000 by the end of the year, which at this rate I don't really see happening, but
hey, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
people used to call me crazy when I said I was hitting 100K this year.
Yeah, and then now you're at 300K, which is insane. Yeah. But
you never know.
I actually really envy people who blow up. Like I'm not jealous of anybody. If a couple of my friends have blown up and not really talked to me after that, but I'm not jealous of them because they earned it. They put the time in, they put the work in and stuff, and they earned where they got to. But it's just, I don't know. So do you have any questions for me or anything? I asked you in the DMs and stuff. Do you have any questions for me?
So why would you not want YouTube to be your job?
I wouldn't. I would probably, if my channel was big enough, obviously, I would probably use YouTube as a somewhat source of income, But I feel as if like right now, or like the mindset I have right now, it's a hobby. It's like a hobby, and I know for lots of people it's a job, it's a career, and it's something that they do so that they could put food on the table and a roof over their head. But I don't really see myself doing it as a full-time job, because I don't know. I have doubts in myself that I could make it to a point where I can use it as a full-time job. Uh,
Yeah.
but also I don't want it to ruin it for me. I know there was people, I've seen videos of people that I watched that were not really having as much fun as they used to because YouTube was their job and their hobby became their job, and then they had to make videos
Yeah.
or they couldn't put food on their table. I'm just kind of
And
scared
that
of
was
that.
just an awkward thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Well,
scared
that's
of
what
that.
happened to Chubbs, you know.
But I just, I don't know. I don't want YouTube to be ruined for me. So that's just kind of something that I'm scared of. Like, I would probably, even if YouTube was my main job and I was making like, for example, like 50 grand a year off of YouTube. If I was making 50 grand a year off YouTube, I'd probably still have another job because it's just, I don't know. I just would get bored of doing the same thing, but not necessarily get bored of making videos or anything like that, but just making videos and having to, it's roll a dice every time I make a video and upload it.
And
Uh,
hope that it,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because whenever somebody who uses YouTube as a full-time job has to roll the dice every time they upload, because
Oh, absolutely,
yeah,
dude. It's terrifying. It's terrifying because, like I said, for example, you know, I'll just give out specifics because I'm not a little pussy, but like the last 2 3 months, you know, I've made around $7,000, right?
yeah,
And then like this month comes along, YouTube kind of shits on my videos, doesn't push them, doesn't send out notifications, and it's like I'm probably gonna make like $3,000 this month,
yeah,
which is still a lot of money. But when you lose half your revenue in a month and you don't know why, it does not feel good, you know?
yeah. It's that's like one of the other big reasons I'm scared of having YouTube as my full-time job. It's because it it's a you're gambling essentially, and
Yep.
I would love to make a little bit of money off YouTube or like off Patreon or things to fund videos and try to get better equipment to make my videos better and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
where I work right now, I get like 4 hours a week, and where I live in a small town, I live in a very very small town. There's like 1,000 people that live here. It's hard to find an actual like good job that you can get lots of hours at, and that's why I still work there and stuff. And I also work there because they treat me very well. But the amount of money I make can't like at where I work can't fund like big video projects that I have, ideas that I have. Like I made a video called "Becoming a SoundCloud Rapper," where
Mhm.
basically where basically it's exactly as you think. I made this whole persona, like a SoundCloud rapper persona. I got braids done in my hair. I had to pay for gas to go to certain locations. I did all this stuff, and that video costed me around $75 to make, and that's hard to do when I get paid $50 every 2 weeks, so I had to save up to
Yeah.
get that video done. And I would love to have money, and I'd love for my YouTube channel to fund itself essentially. But
Yeah.
like I make money off of commissions and stuff, and like I do thumbnails for people. I do things like that for people, but that's not often, and I make less than minimum wage doing that, and it's, I don't know, it's
And so it's just a bad situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like my goal money wise on YouTube is to make enough to fund like video projects that I have and like video ideas that I have, because I have an entire book of ideas that I have. Like I have a notebook right beside me that has all the questions that I was asking you.
And it's full of like video ideas
Yeah,
and stuff you
yeah,
would do if you
yeah,
could and all that stuff.
yes, yeah. And like people I'd want to work with, people like things I'd want to do. Yeah, but do you have any more questions for me?
Um, what's the craziest thing that you've seen change on YouTube in the last however long you've been here?
For sure the AdSense and like the ad boycott. That was crazy. Seeing all these big YouTubers completely like lose a lot of money from it.
And
That
like basic, a lot of people had to like leave YouTube.
Yeah, and that was like right before or right after commentary channels like myself started like blowing up. And like you see these YouTubers like Leafy, H3H3, Pyrocynical, all in like 2016 blowing up real fast and like a lot. And like that's when Chubbs and stuff started getting somewhat popular and stuff. And then the boycott hit, and once they built all this
Yep.
stuff, it all came somewhat crumbling down. And I feel as if it's more than just ads that got off YouTube. I feel as if YouTube is becoming way too more politically correct and things like that. Channels that make somewhat edgy or like satire humor
Yeah, are
aren't being
getting pushed
promoted.
out.
Yeah. Um, which sucks for me because, as you know, I don't really have a filter unless I'm talking to somebody person to person. Like
Mhm.
if I'm saying something to a person like voice to voice, I'll be like respectful. I'll try to respect their stuff. But if I'm just like making fun of somebody or like joking about something, I won't necessarily I won't necessarily hold any punches, but then again, I won't threaten them. I won't do anything like that because that's uncool, obviously. But and I feel like YouTube sees this, and like I wouldn't don't think for my channel. I think it's just the fact that my channel is small. But like if
They
you,
see it as a threat
yeah,
almost.
yeah. And I think that's one of the big reasons why Leafy fell from graces because I don't think it was the iDubbbz content cop that destroyed him and all the criticism. Because if you look at it, if you look back, he still got views after that happened. Sure, he lost a little bit, but he still
Yeah,
got decent views. I think YouTube used that as
as an excuse to
yeah,
blacklist him.
yeah,
Yep.
and that's
Did you watch
kind of
that
scary.
EMP Lemon documentary
Yeah,
about it?
yeah,
Where
yeah.
he's like, YouTube shut him down. He
And
didn't get killed.
yeah, that made a lot of sense in my opinion, and that kind of like changed the way I see it. And now it's kind of scary if you think about it. After I saw that video, I started to like I started to rethink like making fun of people and stuff. But I'll still make fun of people and things. I
Well,
just
and
don't.
that's a lot of people comment. They're like, wow, you don't need, like, why do you oof out your swearing? Like, why do you
Yeah,
not bully people's appearances? And it's like, because I can't.
yeah,
YouTube will shut you down,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Like like I'll make subtle things where I make fun of people's appearances, like but like I won't bully people like say someone's fat or like you're ugly or anything like that because that's just mean. Like sure I try to make my like reaction commentaries so that even the people that I'm making them on can have a laugh at it kind of thing. But
Yeah.
um yeah, that's just the way I see it. But um so I'm probably going to have to like end the podcast soon. I don't have any more questions to really ask you, so thank you so much for coming on. Uh, Everybody who's watching this and following this, subscribe to Scrubby. He makes amazing content. Follow his Twitter; it's all on screen. And thank you so much, Scrubby, for coming on to this podcast. It is a huge inspiration, and hopefully once I get a good enough computer and I get all the links and stuff done, that we could do this again, but like on a live stream. And I was planning on doing a podcast with donations and stuff. And once like 60% of the donations would go to charities, and then the 40% would go to funding my like video projects and stuff. But thank you so much, Scrubby, for coming onto the podcast.
Yep, of course, dude. I thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. And yeah, if any of you want to help this channel and help Scrubby out, just subscribe to my channel and subscribe to his. His link is down in the description, and his Twitter link is down in the description. Anyways, thank you so much, Scrubby. I really appreciate it. And see you guys.